Hello everyone, we're back again. I have not zeroed out these scores and everything, but this is me and Larry. Um, we played a little while back. You can see he's a 7, I'm a 9. We had a good time with this one. He wins the lag. So, uh, just how's everybody been? I guess, I don't know. Just lost about half of a video edit here due to stinking OneDrive putting all this stuff on the cloud, and then you get halfway through and it tells you you can't view the video, so then I have to download it to the computer after I just went through CapCut and did everything. It should already be on a computer. Come on, guys, let's get that right. Okay, so he made a ball on the break. It's the 6 ball. So we got 6 ball, and okay, that's where he made the 3 ball. And now he's got a shot on the 1 to get to the 2. So you just come right off of the side of this and over here, or pull it over here, but it is a tight window. But it doesn't matter if you don't make the ball, does it? So just like that, you can have an easy shot turn into your opponents at the table. So you got to control that cue ball, guys. So I'm just looking at getting over here to the 2 ball. I wasn't worried about getting perfect shape on it because there's easy safety there. If you don't get the shape, just play your safety, get yourself back to the table again. And he asked me to watch this hit. He wasn't worried about calling somebody else in. We need more players like that around where they're not always asking somebody else to watch hit. They'll just trust you to watch it. We're both pretty good like that. All right, 2 in the side there. Now I've got 4 ball there. I just draw this right over here. Get that 5 ball. And then here I can go forward or I can go backwards. Either one, I'm good. So I go backwards. Now here, I just want to come off of here and get about there if I can. That's a good spot. And then from here, almost straight in, so we're going to end up about right here. There we go. Nice shot on the 8. On the 9, sorry. It gives me 8-2 on the first rack. And we've we've shot around a little bit after that night, and it was nice. You get somebody who just likes the game. That's what we need. We need more people that actually enjoy this game. So I break dry. You can see there's no line to that 1 ball to make it. So if you come in about here, I think that's the line, you'll scratch. So you want to hit a little up here so that you avoid that scratch. So no points made yet. Now we got this situation here. I don't want to try to pinpoint on that 2 ball. So if I can just get, wrong tool. If I can just get right down here area. That's what I want there. So now we got an easy combo to the 9. And times like this, I know it's just 3 points on that rack, but it's 3 points I didn't have to worry about trying to so hard to get on the 2 ball that I squander the rest of it and give him 6-7 points. 8 points. You know, could have been total of, 9 points. That was what was left. Again, brake dry. So one ball does clear here. Why is it zeroing all these out? Okay. Yeah. May have to change my hotkeys. Okay, he made the 1. I get the 2. So if I shoot this, this goes across here, 5 ball goes down here. My thoughts are cue ball comes like this, 4 ball sits right here off the 8. That's my thoughts. That's close. But I was not banking on the 8 ball getting in front of the 4. So here I'm trying to kick and stick. And I hit it a little too firm because I wanted that right there. Everything else was fine. Just didn't get that. So I got the 3 ball. Now, I like his choice here of where to shoot it. That was a good way to go because you can see where it left you on your 6 ball. Left you a good spot. Now here, what I need to do, oh, maybe I couldn't, and people moving my camera again. But I was hoping to get the 4 ball down this way if I missed it, or at least to the center of the table. But I should have tried to put the cue ball right there. And that, that may be what I tried to do, but I just didn't get it. So now he's got pretty good shot on that 4 ball. You can cut it in the side or in the corner. He goes with the corner. So now 6 ball, easy on and right back down here. But you got to make the ball again. That is key. Sorry about this chair. I have ordered one, so that we won't be hearing that anymore. So there you go. I just pull out for the 7. Now I just want to get off of here and come right up here is where I just want to get a nice line on that 8 ball. Who made the 5? I did. And I can teach you how to shoot shape like that. You just come take my class and everything will be fine. $13 and 5. So we're at 18. All right. Okay. We got a ball to drop with no shot on the 2. So that's encouraging. I'm pretty good at breaking dry or breaking and leaving myself no shot. That's why that's the main reason I don't have more break and runs is I'm just not getting opportunities after the break. I'm been trying to work on that a lot. I had a break that was working really good for a while. And that was a good attempt there to come rail first and just barely missed it. But I came out fortunate. I would have had a shot on the 3 ball had I made the 2, but it's fine because I've hooked him. So he's looking at his line. Now I'm not sure how he just measured that. I don't like the ones where you go past and they have to find this point where it would intersect here and then move it here. It's just too many moving pieces. I just like the mirror system if I'm going to do something like that and then just adjust off of the mirror. So I just want to come through here is what I was looking at. because a 5 ball would have been fine. But I nudged that 5 ball, which is okay because I end up with a shot on the 3, and I somewhat developed the 5, you could say. So look at this thing. Isn't that crazy? Now, I know there's some people who might argue how long it stayed up, but we if it fell, either way, we're going to give it to each other. It's not a big deal. 4 ball down. Now it looks like I'm hooked here. I'm waiting on table over here. They're shooting, but I'm telling you, it's by one of these right here that I can make this ball. It was super tight. So 5 ball. Just do a nice little stun right here. A little bit of a draw, get that 6. A little punch back right here. That's right. I keep forgetting I rolled forward on that one. And I didn't want to. You can see I wasn't wanting to do that. But it worked out. I got a shot at here. All I got to do is come one rail across. And don't try to do anything crazy on it. You just accept the harder shot on the 9 ball and live to shoot again. So 5 more points here. All right, so that went down pretty nice. So far the night's going pretty good. Most everything's working relatively well. I'm not having to force a lot of stuff. So it's nice when um, it basically works where you're not, you just get to shoot. You get to have some fun. You're not stressing about the game. So here, I don't know. I don't know if I'm the only one. Instead of going here, I go here a lot. There's really no excuse for that. I've been playing long enough. Shot should not be a problem, but it's probably one of my weakest points, I would say. So, like here, hitting here, you're going to hit this side of the ball. It's not awful, but what you would need to hit here is right there in that pocket. That's the problem. That is your try to make the ball line, but you can't get to that because of where it is. So it gets a good hit. Nothing wrong with that because I'm next at the table, and all you gotta do is make that third shot on 2. Excuse me. But I didn't get where I wanted on the 2 anyways, because just didn't. But I didn't make a shot. End up fortunate hooking them. You can't always rely on these fortunate things to happen, but be glad when they do. That's all I have to say about on that. It's like don't be upset with yourself when you get a good roll. It's going to happen because you're going to get plenty of bad rolls against you. So just take the good ones when you get them, and don't worry about saying I'm sorry to somebody or whatever. It's okay to be like, but don't make a big fuss about it. Some people, I don't know. You can't please everybody, so don't worry about it. Just take the good rolls when you get them. So he's going one rail at this, went a little wide, makes the 1 ball, but it does not count. So I could go over here and stop. I can go right here and stop, but I like to come down about here if I can in this line. Yep, right in there. So that way, when I shoot this, I come off this rail and back across. So that way I've given myself a good opportunity on the 4 ball to come up and get on top of this 5. Yeah, those are pretty decent lines right there. Woo! I'll take it. So now just pull right here for the 6, and then just follow right over here for the 7. I like these lines, they're working out. And then here you can go forward 2 rails above, but I like to just come right back over here. And that gives you your 9 ball on the side, and you didn't overwork yourself to, oh, never mind, corner. I usually shoot side, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. So we're doing pretty good on this one, you know. Anybody else see that? You see this nastiness right here? We're gonna X and circle this because that is awful. So of course what I'm looking at here is 1 ball here, cue ball to come, what would it be? Okay, there, I put draw on it, that's right. But I would have got back down to the 2 ball had I made it. I didn't make it, and it's not a big deal because I didn't really leave him anything because, like, again, this guy right here, he is tucked away, tucked deep. So he took a good swing at that one. That was really close. Three balls, what's missing? I didn't mark that after the break. So I can go here and come in and like right over here, give or take, for that 2 ball. If I make it, I'd have had the 2 ball. Didn't make it, not that worried about it. Still got a 5 ball tied up. All I'm looking at is giving up maybe 3 points on it, you know. So a good shot on 1, got to the 2 ball. Now the thing is, does it benefit you to make this? At this point, should you, let's just do this. Should you have gone for that? Because look what he's pointing at right there. You see the look on his face. That'd be the look I'd have too if I made that ball, and thinking kind of why. Because right here, you can shoot the 4 ball here, and you're going to come up about in this angle, depending on your English. You know, of course, you could come right there. You could come here. You could potentially get about there maybe. But you're looking at this line here. And so you're going to come off about this angle here naturally. So you got to spin it way over here to get a breakout. That's a lot to do. And you don't really have a good safety from here is the other thing. Now, if you can drag this cue ball off of here and park it right down here, and the 4 ball would go up this way, that would be reasonable too. But just think about that before you make the 2 ball. You could have done a pretty decent shot off the 2 ball. So let's get back into it. So actually what he was pointing at there is that he thinks he bumped it, which isn't a big deal. I think it was the 9 ball. But this is the thing. What do you know, what are you getting out of this? I don't like the risk versus reward, because I just didn't see any reward in it. So here I already know what I want to do. I want to play defense on him. I guess I could give him his 2 ball. So now you've got a shot, but you've got to bend this way, because that was, you know, you got to get down there to get that 5 ball out, and he just didn't get it out. So now there's really no good shot here as far as aggressive. So he plays defensive shot there, which is good. So what I want to do here is play defense. And we're going to call this embarrassing because no rail. Such a simple thing, just supposed to come off the 5 and hit rail and go up. And it just went straight across. So I got no rail. He's got ball in hand. So all he's got to do is basically the same thing. Nice soft hit and put it right behind the 9 ball. So he just hit a little too hard. So now he's given me clear look at the 5 ball right here. I can hit it right there and take it down here and just let the cue ball be right there. Don't worry about it. Just don't leave a shot like that. Just don't leave a shot. You want it down. So you can play defense here. You can be crazy and go offensive. I wouldn't recommend it, but defense is really all that's here. Because, I mean, he technically could have kicked this way into it to try to make the 5. I've seen a lot of people try that, but, I mean, he came out really good here. Because the only thing I really have without running into too much is do that and try to get this 5 ball right over here and let the cue ball stay right here. So that's what I'm trying, but I hit it too hard. And not a good angle either, but I had a plan, didn't work. Should always be ready for your plans not to work because it could happen at any time. All right, good shot on the 5. Plays defense on the 6, smart shot. So I do have a clear path to this pocket right here. It's on, and if I hit it right, cue ball would come out in this area right here for the 7. Yeah. So I hit it too hard for one, and then I missed it for the other one. I mean, I was still okay for the 7, but it would have been better if I would have kept it on this, somewhere in this area here, like this, instead of going all the way over there. A lot of cue ball movement that you don't need. Now there is a cut here if you want to go for it, but he takes a smarter shot. As you'll see right here, is get this guy right down here. So that was a smart shot. Don't always be aggressive now. See, like I can go here this way and hit it, but I don't like it. So what I like to do is to go here. See, I'm looking at the 1 rail right there, but I don't want to go with that. That's what I coach my guys. If you're going to do this, go here to here to here. So that way, 6 ball's going this direction here, and cue ball is going this direction here. So you're going to create your separation with the 2 rail when it's sitting in that sitting like that, and then you got 2 blockers right there that you can hide behind. So just control your speed, and you're almost always going to come out pretty good on that one. So I recommend 2 rails in that situation. It is preference. Like here, he went 2. He hit the bottom side of it. It was a good hit, just scratched on it. So now I've got to shoot this over here and just take, see, I'm pretty well straight in the way I did it. So I just need to roll forward somewhere out here. Yep, right in there is fine. So I've got an angle on the 7, so I'm not straight in. So I can go and hit that poorly, because what I should have done is come off this way. So now shoot the 8, let the cue ball come right over here. There we go. Now I just cut this guy right here, and that's another rack. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. What ball just flew in there? 4-ball. 4-ball went home fast. So now 1 ball can go right here, or it can go right here. So that's my dilemma, because the cue ball is going to come off about here. And do I get out over there, or shooting here? Am I more likely to? That's not where that would go at all. If I go out here, I go this way is what I'm looking at. Either somewhere right in here is what I'm trying to get. But here's what I do. I put too much draw on it, miss the shot, and scratch. So, like I say, I can give you some classes on what not to do. I'm pretty good at that. So here, just stop this ball right there. Take that there, and then from this spot, look at the nice line on that 2 right there. So if you're from here, your 3 ball is much easier to get to in this area than that steep angle you got on the 2 ball. I'd say he makes the shot, that's fine, but look at the position on the 3. Now you've got a cut here. 9 ball's blocking this pocket over here. So you've just made that shot harder than it had to be. And that's one thing that'll get you. So he's got himself up to 10 here, and he's left me really nothing. I do have an attempt at this. If I hit it right, I should be okay for the 5 ball. But I did not. So didn't give him ball in hand. That's good. He plays a defense here. It's not a bad defense. So I'm aiming to come off this part of the 3. That line's off. So right in here. So I'm aiming to hit. So that way I'd come back and hit that 9 ball, because that shot was dead. So all I had to do was get a good hit on that 3 ball, and I was good. So 2 more points there. And on the video, he was saying, "It's like, I knew that ball was dead." And that 8 ball tricked me. It looked like it went in the pocket. All right, so he's got you can do 1 ball here, or you can do 1 ball here. Me personally, almost all the time, I'm going the second route, because then I can take cue ball off this way and be more likely to get a shot on that 2 ball. Not to mention, to me, that level of a back cut's much harder than going the other way. So he's left me an opportunity. Question is, can I take advantage of it? Okay, got the 1 ball. Now there is a clear pocket right here. And I thought I hit this with enough speed to get there. I'm not hooked, but I also don't have a clear shot. So, well, actually, no, I'm sorry. I am hooked. So I thought I could hit it right. Now I know I can hit this side of the 3 ball, but I just don't like it because it's pushing thin this way. So I like that, trying that kick there, trying my chance at making it. Did not see that thing coming up here and then kicking back this way with that English. So that was a little crazy, but it happened. So he's got ball in hand. So let's look at this. What's your shape? What's your shape look like for the 4 ball? from here. Because let's look at the pockets. We got this, this, do not have that. We have this, and we have this. And we're shooting a 3, so this. So we have 5 out of the 6 pockets available. We got to pick one before we get down here and put a ball like this. Because the only place you really don't want to be is in this line right here. Well, actually, right there, because you can't make it behind that 6. So you don't want to be on inside those lines, because that's making you have to go for this pocket as the easiest shot available. So we want to make sure, like from here, hit and get this thing right up here. That's a good option. I should be using different colors for that, but yeah, no undo there. So let me get back to this. So that's what I would do there. Just don't get inside these lines here. You don't want to be inside that, because of that. Ooh. That took my chroma key thing back, so let me fix that. There we go. That's better. I was red beard for a second, or whatever beard. Okay, I just missed what happened on that 4-ball. I think he ended up cutting it all the way up, but you got to be careful where you play your shape off ball in hand, because just like that, you only got 2 points out of it. Versus get your line right before you pull the trigger. Here, there was some scoring thing going on, so I paused. And again, if you remember from earlier, I tend to hit here instead of here. And I don't know why. And then other times, other days, I'll hit those things, 99 out of 100 times. And then days like this, I miss them almost that many. So that wasn't a terrible attempt. It's just that it hit the 9 and stopped. So that's what hurt there. So now 5-ball, just a little bit back or out. So now my problem here is very thin pocket there. So I got to go here. So coming over this way. See, and then I end up right there. I don't like that, but I do have a cut here to send the cue ball right over this way. And that gets me back in line, so to speak. I've got to do a 3-rail shape here. And I get right down here. I did make that ball. I don't know what happened here with the video, but it just jumped on me. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 more points to this, I know. And where we are now, guess as good as mine. So we're just going to take off from this. And we'll figure it out at the end. Whenever we stop and shake hands, we know it's over. But right now we're at 53-12. So this was it was very lopsided at this point. So I know I need at least 20. And he needs at least 40. So I thought he had a clear shot here, but he tells me he was hooked. So not very fortunate there. So I know we're at least here on the innings, but it's probably worse than that. Okay, so if it goes inside, we just want to float right up here in this area for the 4-ball. And if not, we shoot it here, and same thing, try to get right up here for the 4-ball. But we don't want that. We never want that. Ball in hand. I don't know if you see the skill level next to my name. Ball in hand. Straight in and miss. I mean, no excuse. But I did do it. So just, yep, nice stop situation there. Now, I know some people don't like to, but I like to go this way around. So that way it's super easy. Some people try to fight that, and I don't know why. So 7 ball was made earlier. So he's got 5, 6, 8, 9. 5, 6, 8. Come on, make this 9 ball. Come on, Larry. I mean, you got to root for him every now and then, right? He's really a good shot. It's just, I don't know, something happened with this night, and he just never really could find it. Now he did. He said, I know he got up in the 30s in the score. I know that. So he did have a nice little comeback here in a minute, and that was pretty awesome right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what I made the 8 ball, right? Yep, dead 8 ball on a break. And my breaks have been, we'll just say rough, a little bit of a struggle here lately. And I had taken it to where it was one of my strongest points, and now I'm just struggling. So 1 ball here or here or here. So 3. I'd go that way and just try to get on this line right here. Oh, camera moving again. I would try to get just a hair on this side, so that way, or just a hair on this side, somewhere in this area. So I would be somewhere in, you know what? I would try to get somewhere on this line right here. Tight window, but I mean, you got, see, like you can shoot the 1 ball right here and stop that ball. Sorry. Stop that ball right there. So you got just a little too far, because the reason you want that is so that you can just follow forward and be in this area for this ball right there. You can still get to it from there, but it's just a little harder with that angle. So he tried to kind of force it a little bit, and it didn't get him where he wanted. Now, he was able to hit it, played the defense there, nothing wrong with that. So he got the 2 ball down. So he's almost 20 points now. He's getting there. So this isn't bad, but all I need to do is shoot this ball this way, or kick at it like a gigantic idiot. Wow. Not sure what I was thinking on that one, but that was not the answer. Clearly, because I just gave up points. So now he's at 20. So I'm saying I started off really good, and then seems like inevitably somewhere in my match I'm gonna go like, why not? Let's see what happens. It's not where you don't want to do that. It's not a good. Just keep it in line. Just play off the bottom of the 3, and you would have had a defense, Now this one, I don't know how I did this, but I did it. I didn't think I was going to come around it like that. I was just wanting to, I thought I was going to push out here. So I was hitting the spin to bring it back in this way for the 6. I just wasn't thinking about I was going to go this straight, and then it was going to curve it right back into there. And then there, why didn't he set it up here and shoot this way? So Larry, if you watch this, think about that. Why didn't you set it up there and shoot it the easy way? You shot across the pocket, which can cause you problems a lot of the time. So I just went with the two-way. If I make it, I'm good. If I miss it, I'm good. So he made the 5. No, he didn't. I made the 5 and scratch. That's right. So we're somewhere close in the score. There, I think we got like 2 points missing. I'm hoping it's either that or 12. I don't know. I don't know how long the camera was off. Couldn't have been too awful long though. So I think he was getting frustrated because see that, or I just need to work with him on kicks. Maybe he's just not great at them. That's possible. So there, I overrun it a little bit, but I'm still okay. I can pull it this way. I can pull it this way. There's options. So I just settle for the stun it over. Don't get too crazy, and just take your shot. All right, so 4 more points. All right, so we're getting down close now. This is where he started making his comeback. He definitely making better shots than he was in the beginning for sure. So 4 ball again. Absolutely the most embarrassing shot of the night for that one, because the run was there. I shoot those shots well, but not that one. Not even close. Okay, it was close to making it, but it wasn't even close to being well. Say it that way. I mean, it's pitiful. You got to do better than that. Now, don't beat myself up over it, of course, but I need to acknowledge how bad it was. That was nice. Good little rub off of that, and then you can, like he's doing, I think, you draw it back up here. No, he went forward. Okay, wasn't sure how much angle he had there, so that was a good shot. So he's got the 3 and the 5, and now just pretty much anything but that. It's rough when you're getting a good run going and you just hit it like that. Of course, I'm looking at one rail kicking this right here. That's where, if it doesn't go there, that's not what I meant. But fairly fortunate. Didn't leave it straight in. Theoretically, you have these two you can cut it to, or you can combo the 7. So he goes for the combo, and that's the only problem with it. If you go for it and you don't make it, you are probably leaving the shot. And I hit that a little stout. So I don't have the line I needed for the 7, but I made it work. Because it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't ideal, but it's there. So you got to be able to capitalize on and readjust, and don't do that. I mean, wow. Again, no words. Start off playing so well, and then you end up there. I wish there was good excuses for this type of stuff. But so he goes for this shot. Nothing wrong with that. And I just almost thought about like trying to bank it. The combo wasn't on, so it wasn't dead to the corner. it would have hit rail like down here, if not here. Somewhere in there is where it hit rail, so there's no way it was going in. So I wasn't about to swing at it there. And then I finally come to my senses and say, why didn't I see this in the beginning? Let's just come off the side of this and bring the cue ball right over here. And just do it like that. You got your separation. You've left them. It's temptation. You go for it to make it. Now he thought about it afterwards and he said, I should have went like this. And I agree with him. That would have been a good thing to try because yeah, end up scratching. It's not much you can do about that. I mean, he went for the bank and didn't get what he went for. So I mean, he had a plan. He went with it. It didn't end up exactly the way he wanted it to. So so here I know what I need. So this is my actual score, and I'm pretty sure his was somewhere around here, if not here. I'll have to look that up to see. But so all I need is 2 off the break. And there's 1 and there's 2. So that's the match right there. And so that's me or mine and Larry's match. And he, enjoy him. He's one of the nice ones. He's always just basically humble about it. And you win, you lose. Either way, you go home happy. So we, like I say, we need more. We need more like him. And he's always over there working on some type of shot. And that's what you do is you keep working at it. If you just want to have fun, just have fun. But you want to be better, work at it. Find your weaknesses and push on those. What you do is you take your weaknesses and work on them until they become your strengths. And now your old strengths are your weakness, and you get them back up. And then you just keep doing that. And then you got all these areas that you don't really have a true standout weakness anymore. You do have the things you're weaker at, but you can have a really solid game. Doesn't mean you're going to make every shot, of course, because you can be a very well-rounded 6, or you can be an extremely solid 9, bordering pro, and it doesn't mean that the 6 lacks fundamentals. It's going to usually be uh, shape issues. Pocketing it's usually where people are strong. It's the shape that almost always gets you. I used to hear, if you want to hustle somebody, you don't miss your shots, you miss your shape, because that will, and people will see that as, I need to get that guy. Because if you're just missing shots, uh, that's neat. They'll recognize that too quickly once you get to playing that you were just throwing your shots. So, but I don't gamble anymore. I gave that up. But anyways, that was the match for this time, and I appreciate you guys for watching. And I just ask that you like, subscribe, and comment. Give us some comments, and you know, just want to be able to keep doing this, and just want to know that it's helping at least one person. That's all I need to know, and I'll keep doing it. So until next time, thank you for watching.